Revolution. This is Brother Leonard, the Truth Seeker. I'm coming to you with a few minutes of truth, and we're doing it the old school way today because I have other things going on tonight. So no live stream, but there are a few stories that I'm going to be coming with over the next hour, 2-3 hours or so. Kerby Mclean. Kerby Mclean. Let me ask you something, bruh. Where's the money? Where is the money, Kerby? Well, Kerby Mclean is a pastor of the Cathedral of Perpetual Hope in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the reason why I'm asking where the money is that he nearly stole about $500,000 from 3 investors that was trying to invest in his financial services company, KDM Ventures. $450,000 is missing. And Kerby is trying to tell you he don't know what happened to it. Well, here's the story. Basically, another pastor out of Cincinnati, basically is on record. His name is Mike Scruggs. I didn't look at what his church is. I don't really care because it doesn't matter at this point. He basically said he gave Mclean $100,000. There were 2 others. It's not disclosed on how much they gave, but it totaled $450,000 that they gave to this preacher to invest for making more money for various projects. The pastor in Cincinnati, Mike Scruggs, said that this was supposed to be a down payment for his new church. Now, you know me and building funds. I have no sympathy for you, Mr. Scruggs, at this point, but let's deal with the real issue at hand. The real issue at hand is, where's the money? How is it that you have $450,000 and nobody knows, and you have no clue on what happened to the money? Well, they asked him, this newspaper, this news story, you're going to see the video at the end of the thing. You know how I do it in the old school. Instead of bringing it up together, I put it at the end. You'll see the report at the end. They asked him, where's the $450,000? Well, as a development company, we use a third-party lender. It's been 10 months. Where's your level of accountability in all this? Yes, I think it was a poor decision on our end. We trusted the confidence of our colleagues to deliver. We're fixing it. We're doing what we can. We have to take the blame for it. And when it comes down in the world of business, does it look like, now he's sitting up here driving, his luxury car is gone and everything like that. You'll see the interview at the time. He's talking about driving an Altima. Apparently, he got robbed. But see, here's the thing. Y'all preachers this is my problem with the preachers. And I know that I've dealt with preachers dealing with money situations. And this is the problem that we have. Just like was Aaron Taylor a few years ago, we get caught up in all these investments that we really don't know what's going on. And we think that if we can get some money together and we get into this game, that everybody can make a lot of money. But most of the time, what ends up happening is that you end up losing a lot of money. And then now you're sitting up here taking people's money that they couldn't afford. Now you, Mr. Scruggs, and the other investors, y'all have to be able to say to yourselves, like, hey, can I afford to lose this? If you can't afford to lose it, then why are you doing this? But somebody is trying to get paid off of other things, and then they're trying to do shady stuff with the money. And because they're doing shady stuff with the money, they get caught because they are not as swift or not as cunning as the other folk involved. Okay? It's a game that they think that they can get in and play, but they don't know the rules. This is the problem with y'all as pastors trying to deal with folk and their money. So, I've told you this before. If a preacher's sitting up here telling you that he can get a good investment for you, don't believe him. Don't believe him. Don't believe him. We are seeing time and time again of preachers doing bad investments for people's money, and the people are suffering from it. They're the ones that are suffering. You know, the preacher going to get his game going back on, and he going to sit up there and try to preach again, and then he going to go back to doing what he do. I hope they find justice for them, but still, $450,000 is just gone. Kerby Mclean, you got stuff to explain. For real.
Tonight, a Charlotte pastor is accused of disappearing with nearly $500,000 of other people's money.
Channel 9's Paul Boyd spoke with the alleged victims, then went looking for answers in this exclusive Whistleblower 9 investigation.
It's Monday morning. You didn't become a millionaire last week? Well, you got another week to give it a try.
Until recently, Pastor Kerby Mclean has kept a high profile in Charlotte, marching with other faith leaders during the Keith Scott protests and joining a group of ministers at a kneel-in at Panthers Stadium last October. Mclean also owns a financial services company in Charlotte called KDM Ventures. Whistleblower 9 obtained records showing Mclean's company took in $450,000 from 3 clients last year. They all told us Mclean has disappeared with their money.
Your church gave Kerby Mclean $100,000.
Yes, as the initial down payment to get the funding process together.
Dr. Mike Scruggs is the senior pastor of a growing church in Cincinnati. His congregation raised $100,000 to help purchase this building. They gave that money to Mclean's company to fund a loan. But now, 10 months later, the money is gone and Mclean hasn't lived up to his side of the deal.
Ultimately, we want our money back.
Mclean talks about his quest for money in social media. He posted this photo of his BMW being detailed and proclaimed his desire for other expensive cars, a private jet, and a luxury suite at the old Spectrum Center. Whistleblower 9 spent months trying to talk to Mclean about the missing money. He shut down his website after we started asking questions and stopped returning my phone calls until we told him our report was about to air.
Where is that $450,000?
Well, as a development company, we use a third-party lender.
Mclean met us today outside our TV studio and said another company has the money.
It's been 10 months. Where's your level of accountability in all of this?
Yes, I think it was poor decision on our end. We trusted the confidence of our colleagues to deliver.
Mclean acknowledged he's in breach of contract with his clients.
So we have to take the blame for it, and that comes in the world of business.
Doesn't look like you're driving a BMW anymore.
Absolutely not.
What are you driving now?
Nissan Altima.
So the luxury car, it's gone.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
And Mclean insists he hasn't made any money off the deal gone bad.
If I did, I would be driving an Altima.
Do you believe your clients will get their money back?
Absolutely. Even if I have to go out here and sell donuts or hot dogs to get their money back, it definitely will happen.
Pastor Scruggs fears his congregation will be kicked out of their church because of Kerby Mclean.
We wanted to make sure that nobody else was put in the same position that we were put in.
Paul Boyd, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All 3 of those alleged victims told Paul they're exploring legal options and they want authorities to open up an investigation into Pastor Mclean.